Hello and welcome to the Valley Oak Paper YouTube channel. I'm Cecilia and the theme of my monthly video hop is Stencil All the Things. The stencil I'm using is called Hats and Bats and it's by Cat Scrappiness. I'm ink blending over it with Versamark embossing ink. That's because I want to use one of my favorite techniques, Emboss Resist. Then I'm heat embossing it with Distress Embossing Glaze in Villainous Potion. Distress Embossing Glaze is translucent, so we get just a hint of purple on this grey cardstock. Then I do it again on another piece of grey cardstock. I'm ink blending over one background with Distress Oxide Carved Pumpkin. I'm going for a moody sunset vibe. Then I switch to Aged Mahogany. But I feel it's too brown, so I'm going to blend over it with Lumberjack Plaid. I want it to be blood red because this is a Halloween card. That's better. Then I switch to Crackling Campfire in the middle. I do the same colors on the other background. Distress Oxide is a hybrid ink. To remove the pigment on top of the embossing, I'm rubbing it with a microfiber cloth. I do that with both of my backgrounds. Here are my backgrounds. I'm going to die cut one of them with Cat Scrappiness Haunted House on the Hill background die set. I cut it 2 more times from grey cardstock and then I stack them for dimension. I want to intensify the contrast a bit, so I'm adding some more carved pumpkin and lumberjack plaid to the top and bottom of my die cut. Originally I was planning on turning one background upside down. Opposite gradients often look very cool. But with the Hats and Bats stenciling, it just looks confusing. So instead I'm lining up the 2 backgrounds for an eclipse effect. Once the glue is dried, I'm cutting off the excess with my big shears. Doesn't that look cool? I'm really happy that I stacked 3 die cuts on top of each other. It makes the eclipse effect much more impactful. Turning to the sentiment, I'm using Cat Scrappiness Simple Sentiments Halloween Edition stamp. First I'm brushing anti-static powder on the grey cardstock. Then I ink up the stamp with Versamark embossing ink. I stamp it down. Then I add Ranger Superfine embossing powder and silver and heat it up with my Wagner heat tool. Then I die cut it with a coordinating die. As you can see, you get 24 sentiment strips from one impression. I store these sentiments in little jars, so I always have them on hand when I need them. This die also cuts out the other 3 simple sentiment stamps: Holiday, All Occasions, and Valentine's. Super useful. I want to add some embellishments around my sentiment, so I'm putting out the Halloween add-on for Cat Scrappiness Dress Up Quokkas. It includes some accessories, a bat, some candles, and a skull. I'm placing the stamps on the grey cardstock in my MISTI. Then I pick them up with a lid, before I stamp with Versamark embossing ink. sprinkling the stamped images with silver embossing powder and melting it with my heat gun. Then I'm die cutting my icons with the coordinating die set. This is how they turned out. So cute. I love the little bat. We're on the home stretch now. I just need to put together all the bits. I'm starting by gluing the background to a white card base. Next, I'm using a T ruler to adhere one of the sentiments to the center of the card between the rows of windows. Because I love the bat, I chose "You Make Me Batty." I stacked some more cardstock behind the sentiment and added foam tape to the back. Then I'm gluing the bat, the candles, and the skull to the background. Off camera, I added some cat scrap in a sequence around the sentiments. The sequin mix is called Silver City 2. And here's the final card. I'm loving the moody sunset gradient and the cute little bat. When I design Halloween cards, I'm always aiming for them to be very obviously Halloween themed, but in tasteful colors. I think I achieved that here. What do you think? I hope you enjoyed watching me make this card. If you did, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. Don't forget to check out the other designers who are creating stenciled cards this month. There are links to their videos in the description box below. That's also where you find links to the products I'm using in today's card and my blog post on valleyOakpaper.com. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon.